I have to ask, how much was this when you bought it originally? You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
How much?
It's embarrassing to say how much. I bought it for $1,500.
That's not embarrassing, that's smart.
Well, of course, it was a barn find. Aston Martin is like MG. It's like a big MG. It's the workforce is very loyal, and the cars, they took a lot of pride in them. It's all hand built. It's completely hand built aluminum body on it. Each one is made to fit this car.
And how many of these were made, you know?
There were less than 100 of the drop heads over about a 4-year period.
Wow, so it's very rare. And how many were imported into America?
As far as I know, only 14 were imported into the United States.
So one of 14.
Yeah, this is one of 14.
And tell me about the engine. What size engine? How much horsepower?
This is a 2.9 liter engine. The DB2 started out with a 2.6 liter. It's a twin overhead cam, 6-cylinder engine. It's only about 125 horsepower, but for its day, it was quite respectable. Well, there's quite a story on the engine. The previous owner had blown the engine, broke the engine. He managed to track down an engine in New York City, and so he made one engine out of the two, and that's what's in the car now. And it has the original engine number.
How did he blow it? You know?
Long story. He's a professor at Middlebury College.
Yeah.
He had a student with him, and on a cold winter morning, he went to start it. The battery was dead, so he went to put the crank in the front. The crank started. It still came with a crank, and the throttle stuck wide open. And
that was enough to do it.
That was enough to do it. The Aston Martin company was basically bankrupt after the Second World War. As they put it up for sale, David Brown bought the Aston Martin works, and he also acquired Lagonda. And Lagonda had an engine designed for it, the 2.6 liter twin overhead cam engine designed by Bentley. And David Brown had the two combined, put the engine from the Lagonda into the Aston Martin and came up with the DB2 design. And this is a continuation of that. The DB2-4, which this is, has the occasional accommodation for 2 passengers in the back, but like most 2+2s, it's not much room back there.
Yeah,
it does provide quite a bit of luggage space. It's great. It's designed to be a grand touring car rather than a sports car. The engine is very similar to the Jaguar of the same era. Jaguar was more performance-oriented, and Aston Martin was endurance and grand touring.
So more of a gentleman's car.
Correct.
Right, less of a race car, basically.
Yeah.
It sounds phenomenal.
It has a nice...
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a grand touring car. It sounds like a sports car. Loosen a little bit. Nice. It's pretty fast for only 120 some horsepower.
Yeah.
What happened to your tachometer?
It was binding up somewhere.
Okay.
And I just disconnected it until I get the thing fixed. It's like everything else. You fix things as they come up. You just don't drive them to the point where they break.
It's kind of cool that it goes the opposite way of the speedometer. Yeah, that's a really neat touch.
I don't know if you noticed the other Aston that was there, the V8 Vantage, also had the opposite rotating
Is that an Aston Martin kind of trademark?
Yeah, I think the newest ones went back to the conventional. The hammer is for wheels.
Okay.
It's knockoff wheels. However, if you use that, it'll probably damage the. So all of us have gotten a lead hammer to take the place of that. But that's what the factory supply. Other things, they've got a grease gun with it. They've got the tap for the radiator, and the jack is over on the other side with a battery. Body's aluminum, so there's no rust there. But one of the neat things about it is, besides the engine, it's got a space frame. You can see this tubular frame around the whole car. It's very lightweight, very strong, but that's steel, and there's a lot of surface rust on that. So we had to do body off to get that cleaned up and redone.
Is this the original paint color?
That's the original paint color. It was painted in '68. After I got it back to Colorado.
And so, what's your favorite thing about the car?
It's just the fact that it's got the Aston Martin history with it.
They're so rare.
They're rare, and the fact that it's a convertible is what
makes it even more rare.
Yeah,
I love the the fact that they're together. They've come a long way.
They keep evolving.
Yeah, so this car is actually worth more than this car.
That's right. That's right. It doesn't go anywhere near as fast as this one,
but it's worth more.